Alright guys, so back with the boat project. So here's the 9.8 horsepower Mercury motor. It's got a bad lower unit because the guy forgot to put oil back in it. And I found one that's blown up but has a good lower unit. So I'll be going to hopefully pick that up in the morning. And then hopefully I can have one good engine so I can go test out the boat and everything. And then as far as the trolling motor, I'm gonna grab the battery charger and hook it up to this and see if it works. I'm not expecting it to, honestly. And so then I'll just have to take it apart and clean out the brushes for the electric motor in here and hope that it works then. Area is, I always got hopefully that motor to rely on. It'd be sweet if I could get them both working, and maybe, who knows, mess around with the parts and maybe try and get another one going. I don't know, but there's the update for that. Maybe you'll see a boat video coming up or something, but definitely have some plans to working on the boat itself too, and you guys will be seeing that very soon. Once I got a motor going, even if I could just get this going, I mean, I would love to have that going too, but I don't know the deal with the tank and stuff like that. I'm assuming it all works, but who knows? This thing might have been sitting for a while, so just gotta go through everything and see what works and see what doesn't and see what needs attention. So I got that, but hopefully tomorrow I can get all this going. But tonight I am going to be trying to get the trolling motor going here. So I'm going to get started on that right now and see if it even works. If not, start cleaning it out. Alright guys, so for the trolling motor here, I hooked the battery charger up to it. And when I turned it, the prop turned like that. Like, it just turned like a little bit and then it stopped. So at least I could have swore I saw it move. So I'm gonna take it apart. I'm sure the brushes for the motor are dirty. I had one just like this that had the same problem. It didn't work, so I took it apart, cleaned it, and it worked just fine. It's just water gets in there and corrodes and sits on the brushes, so it's not making contact anymore. And yeah, I'll take it apart. I'm assuming that's the problem. I'll show you guys what I mean. Alright guys, so I popped the propeller off, and there's a little clip needle that locks it in place. And then you got these two long bolts that go through and hold it all together. And yep, there's water in there. So let's take it apart here. And yeah, it's all gross in there. Let's see. Oh, I don't have my flashlight. Let's see here. Yeah, you guys can't really see. It is really gross in there. Looks like a little bit of sand and just some corrosion and whatnot, all just built up in there, and so it doesn't get a good connection or anything at all. There's a big magnet in there. You guys can see the split, and the brushes are just all dirty, so it's not reading. And you just gotta take that apart. I think it actually slides apart still, if I remember. That can come out or whatnot. And yeah, and then you just clean it up and put it back together. So I'll see if I can't show you guys a better angle with some light of what I'm talking about here. Alright guys, so that thing slides out of in here, and just what I thought. It's just a big magnet in there on both sides, and sand and water gets in there. And this actually doesn't look too bad, but just gonna clean it up, wipe it off, spray it with some brake clean, and especially in there, like, it is really bad in there. You guys can see that. Kind of hard to see, but yeah. So just gonna give it a good cleaning, put it back together, and hope that it works. Alright guys, and now the most important part, after you clean all that up, so you guys can see all the dirt here that was in it. Is once you get here, on the end of that little, it's kind of like a magneto thing. It rides in here. You want to make sure that these bushings, you really want to make sure that these are clean. These are what you really want to make sure that are clean, and that they are going to be contacting that. And then just when you put it together, you got to try and keep these in their little, with the springs out. And that's what actually makes it ride. On this one, there's a little sleeve in there. It was actually holding one of these out, and it was, I think it might have been even holding the other one out too, so that's why it wasn't working. So just make sure that this is clean, and the end drive on this one right here is clean, and then you should be good to go. So I'm finished cleaning it up and get it put back together here. Alright guys, so I slid it back in where the magnet is, and this is the little thing I was talking about. It just slides right off of there, and you just want to set it in there with those two little, I don't know what they're exactly called, but you want those two things and this to be contacting. So I think you just set this in there against it, and then just slide that in, and it should all line up. So I'm going to do that real quick and set you guys down. Alright guys, so that was actually my bad. Obviously you want to make sure that your springs are working and everything, but it actually rides on this right here, and it goes on like that. So just make sure that it's all like lined up, and just try and slide it on, and hopefully you can keep your brushes out of the way when it slides on. I don't really know a trick to doing this. I'm just gonna try it this way and see if that works. Alright guys, so I just got it bolted back up. Remember, your bolts go to the sides. But what I ended up doing is I got both my fingers on the brushes and I just fed the motor in, and held the brushes out of the way, and then I had to actually use a pick, or you need a screwdriver to push one brush out of the way, and just slide it in there. It's not too hard to figure out, so you guys probably shouldn't have too hard of a time with it. So now I just gotta put the impeller back on it, and then make sure it works. Alright guys, so I got it all hooked up to the battery charger, and you twist it, and look at that, it works. So there you guys have it. So if your trolling motor is ever not working, check that first and make sure that those brushes are contacting that little motor down there, because chances are that it's not, because some water and sand and crap got in there and messed up the brushes. So always check that first before going on and getting a new one, because I just got mine working. So hope you guys were able to use this and get yours going, and you guys learned something.